This is a PokePress Special Report. Hi, I'm Stephen Reich here at Top Cut Comics in Rockford, Illinois at one of the Pokemon Trading Card Game 2011-2012 City Championship events. I'm here with Nestle Hogue, who is one of the participants in the Masters Division today. And Nestle, what we were mainly interested in was your deck. Now, it's an electric deck, a lightning deck, and it has some of the usual suspects. It's got Zekrom, it's got Thundurus, and it's got Pachirisu, but you've also thrown in a IL-Lanturn line. So which Lantern is it, and what does it do?
It's Lantern Prime, of course. It has two effects, and the reason I used it is because, one, I just really like Lantern. I know it's silly, but it's always been one of my favorite Pokemon, and I found that if I can use it in a powerful deck, I might as well. I just wanted to do something different, too. Its Pokepower is Underwater Dive, which allows you to convert its attack into water if you want, so it can be good against the Tyram decks and such. And it also has Powerful Spark, which for one Lightning and a double colorless, you can do 40 damage plus 10 more for any energy in play on your side.
All right, and about Lantern, what made you choose to, you said you liked the Pokemon, but how did you end up deciding to put it into the deck? And I heard you had some a little bit of trouble coming up with some of the cards. How did that happen?
Well, basically, I was playing this deck for a long time with Feraligatr, and when I had heard about Electrike was winning so many of the cities, I thought Lantern is kind of snuck in there in the top 8 a few times, so I was like, all right, I'll try it, and I did it kind of my own way, but what happened was I had an outdated Chinchou, and at the last moment, I put this deck together literally within the last 24 hours. So the bad news was I couldn't find a legal Chinchou. I had used several of them, but they weren't legal for tournaments, so I couldn't go to any stores to buy them. Nobody I knew had them, so I had to cut it down to a 3-3 instead of 4-4 like I wanted to, but it worked out okay anyway.
Yeah, you did go 4-2 today, so you game above 500. That's always good. And what games stood out for you today?
I would say they all had their own unique plays. One that stood out definitely was my embarrassing lose, and I guess it's definitely a learning experience, and that's what I came here to do. This is the first time I've come to a tournament, but I accidentally didn't put my prize cards out when I had started, and I had already done a turn 1, and when I was so flustered that I hadn't put prize cards down and the judge was coming over, I really stupidly just put my hand, I had 6 cards in my hand, and I put them as my prize. So that resulted in an automatic loss.
All right, but as far as the deck itself, what might you change to improve it?
Some things like that are inconsistent. Like I have one Super Rod in there as a recovery item. I was going to put Flower Shop Lady, but because it's a trainer and it takes up a valuable supporter line, I use Super Rod. I only ended up using it once, never really came in handy. I think it's inconsistent and I could do something else. I also don't know about Plus Power. I had Plus Power in there and it definitely helped maybe once or twice, but I don't know how. I mean, the energies are basically what gives you power, so I'm not sure I need the Plus Power. And Pachirisu is another option. I only have one in the deck. It's not consistent, but it did win me one donk. So it's worth considering, but...
All right. Well, thank you very much, Nestle. This has been Stephen Reich from Top Cut Comics in Rockford, Illinois at one of the Pokemon Trading Card Game City Championships 2011-2012. This has been a PokePress Special Report.